Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be talking about our whole Amazon business kind of story because I don't think we haven't obviously talked about this and it's been a few years. We are just packing up and cleaning because it's just before Christmas and we're going to the island where our family is. And so Corey's obsessed with obviously getting everything squeaky clean and prepared before filming.
Yeah, you can't leave your house without it being spick and spam. Spick and spam, batteries gotta be charged.
All right, whatever. So where to begin? I think the very first, this was before, wait, what year was this? This was in 2016. So almost like 4 years ago that we actually learned about online businesses, learned that you could actually sell products online. We had no idea how this all worked. We had no idea about anything.
We knew what the internet was, right?
Yes, we did know the internet existed, but that's basically it.
We knew nothing about Shopify. We knew nothing about Amazon. We knew Amazon existed. We didn't know what Amazon.
I had to literally Google, like, can you buy products that you don't like design yourself?
We didn't, as far as like terminology goes, we had no idea what e-commerce was. We didn't know what a warehouse was, a fulfillment center. We knew what a warehouse was. We didn't know what a fulfillment center was. We didn't know about shipping costs. We didn't know about importing, exporting, customs. Logistics, shipping overseas. We didn't even know,
costs.
No idea how to actually even order stuff on
and how
supplier.
like how Amazon works and how like other platforms work, how they take percentages,
long-term
and
storage fees, percentages. Like we knew absolutely nothing. So if there's a podcast, and I can't even remember.
It's called Facebook. No. High Rollers.
Yeah, FBA High Rollers.
FBA High Rollers.
I think it's called FBA High Rollers. And I can't remember who actually who does it. He's still doing the podcast. Manny something.
Manny.
Anyway, here's Manny, and he ran the podcast.
Amazing
FBA
podcast.
High Rollers.
Yeah, which is.
If you want to sell online, I mean, it's been a couple years since we listened to the podcast, but I'm sure, and he still does it, and I'm sure it's really up to date, but he goes literally through every little thing around how to find a fulfillment center, how you're going to source your product, how to talk to suppliers. Now looking at where we're at 2 years later, this is all, a lot of it's just second nature, and
it's like so basic to us now. It's like 4 years later. But yeah, so we started off and we had to learn where to even source product from. We had like a ton of different suppliers. I think we ordered from 3 different suppliers. We ordered samples.
Well, it was comical because, I mean, you can just go on Alibaba and you can just email stuff. We were making it so formal around like, oh, make sure you ask these questions and like look out for this and look out for that. Like, there's all these things on the internet that was like, beware of suppliers and like.
And make sure to be professional because they're not going to sell to you if you're not professional.
Oh, so I think
which is a total lie. Because like when you're talking to suppliers, it's not like they are super professional either. They're just like a human.
We started, it was August, it was the summer, and Kate and I were originally going to do yoga products. It was called Appadoce. We'd already ordered samples. So we ordered.
Made the logo, ordered samples.
Logo, design, I think the website was kind of.
We had a domain.
I don't know what happened. We scrapped that and moved to Slacklines for whatever reason.
So we actually did this in partnership with Jeff and Ali. Yeah, you've seen them in the vlogs
my
before.
brother and sister-in-law.
Yeah.
We decided to switch from doing yoga products to doing we wanted to do like a sport company. So the first product we said we would do would be Slacklines, and Jeff, my brother, was in school. We were working at the time, but the agreement was he had a bunch of school loans. So he was like, okay, I'll front the money. He fronted 75% of the total cost. And we said, okay, well, we'll put the time. Yeah, that was kind of the agreement. We went in with them and we decided, yeah, let's do a sporting goods store.
So this is where we ordered samples from like 3 different suppliers, and we got like their whole, like all the different pieces from the Slackline kit pieces that they offer, right?
Keep in mind, I had just learned what a Slackline was like a few weeks prior from my brother. I didn't know anything about Slackline. My brother thought it was a cool idea. He liked the Slackline stuff.
And I just wanted to do something on Amazon.
It seemed to be making sales, and yeah, we really didn't think too much about the product. It was like, let's just pick something and go.
Yeah, that's a bit of foreshadowing for like the rest of the story.
This was our first time, so we had no idea what we were doing. But looking back, like you want to find a product, you want to find something that you're genuinely interested in. We were at a point when we had to start marketing this thing that we're like, no one actually cares. Yeah, marketing in general, like no one really knew anything about slacklines. We didn't care about it, and we never went. So that was a mistake, you know, from the beginning. It's not like you can't do a product that you don't love and you don't enjoy doing.
That you're not obsessed.
You have to just realize whatever product you're gonna sell, whatever company you're gonna build, you're gonna be talking about it 24/7. Having to write about it and tell people about your product is just gonna feel like a chore versus like a passion and something you love doing.
And you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no clue what you're talking about.
It's so silly. So what happened, we chose all of the things, and then Corey actually designed the whole like graphics for the box and everything.
Yeah, so like you basically, when you get to your supplier, you basically tell them what you want. So we told them all the products. We wanted a slack line, a ratchet, tree protectors, and then they're like, okay, you need this size of a box that's gonna fit everything in here. So they sent us the dimensions of the box.
Yeah.
And then I basically took
the dimensions.
all of that and created
Look how beautiful that is.
the box.
Yay.
And this is what it is. I paid someone 20 bucks on Upwork, and we just said, hey, make us an instruction manual, and they did a killer job.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I mean, the whole idea is like, I think we made it, and then said, he just made all the little graphics. When you're doing this stuff, you really have to think about the time you're putting into it. So paying someone $20
Someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it will be a lot faster for them to do it than for you to do it. So I was in charge of logistics to get it from the factory over to the FBA warehouse, the Amazon warehouse. Yeah, we hired like this logistics company. There was some miscommunication about like the actual address that it was going to.
It was a nightmare.
And so it shipped it to the first address that I gave them just as like to quote me on how much it would cost. But I didn't realize that they didn't read the actual address that we were to give it them to. Anyway,
so it went from China all the way to LA. Oh no, did it go to Texas?
It went to Texas.
It went from LA to Texas for some reason when it actually just needed to stay in LA to go to the Amazon warehouse in LA.
So that was it probably cost like $3 US grand.
$3 US grand.
$3 grand US.
In the end, whatever, it basically added $2. I think
$2.
It added around $2 per unit to the cost. With manufacturing, shipping, customs duties, and then the debacle of like going to Texas and coming back, we were sitting, I believe, around $17. It was like $16, $17 per box. US per box. Re-looking at it now, we could have gotten it down to probably $13.50.
So the lowest we could sell them was $22 because with Amazon's fees, it came to $21 was our total cost per product.
I think it was more. It was like it was $29. Because Amazon it was like 20 or 30%. Amazon takes.
Yeah, 20%.
Depending on your product. Basically, however it worked out, we had to sell it. Our break even was like $29, and we had it listed. I think it was $57 or $59 online. A lot of these slacklines in stores go for upwards of $100, and then on Amazon, they obviously are way cheaper, like $60 roughly. When we listed the product online, we were on page like 27, you have to be on
way
page,
back there.
You have to be on page
no one's gonna find you back there.
Yeah, you gotta be on page 1 or 2 to actually get sales. So what we did, we started selling. I mean, we had it at like $57, $60, and we were making a couple sales every day, but we had hundreds of units. I mean, the minimum order on these was 500 pieces. What we did is we actually dropped the price and we were selling it for $30. We made $1. No one is coming close to $30, so we tanked the price to 30 bucks, and then I think it was like within a week.
Within a week,
we went from page 27 up to page 1. We started getting like,
and we were getting like 4 sales a day at that point.
and we were getting like had gotten some 5-star reviews. Like things were like looking good, and our strategy was, okay, we'll just blow out these 500 units. We'll sell them at $30, make $1 a piece.
And then we'll have like some reviews on our listing and like.
We'll get to the top of page 1 with like one of the best products out there, great reviews. And then tragedy struck one day. It was very sad. I was here with my buddy, sitting at the table, and we're just working on another business. and my brother texted me and said, something really bad has happened. Go look on Amazon. So I then typed in Amazon. We had a 5-star rating, and but we only had
like 3 reviews.
The issue, yeah, we only had like 3 reviews.
And they were 5-star reviews.
And then I looked at it and immediately freaked out because our rating was like 3 stars. So I realized, okay, we just got a really bad review. So I scrolled down. Somebody
went and rated us 1 star.
1 star. I, like, to this day, and even after calling Amazon, talking with them, they agreed that this was the case, but they can't do anything about it. They agreed that based on everything about like that buyer's previous history, when the account was created,
it was just created.
The type of review they'd done, everything about it just led back to like, this is another seller on Amazon. So someone had gone in, which they have full right to do, they'd gone in, they bought our product, it'd been shipped to their house, and then they had left the worst review. Most reviews that we'd had were like a paragraph, like a super small review, like great product, love it, high quality, whatever. Yeah. This person had written like 6 paragraphs.
It was lengthy.
It was a book.
They
had written this massive article. It started off by saying, they'd opened it up, it was all broken, everything didn't work, which is weird, because then they talked about how they started setting this thing up, which I don't know how you...
So they started off with, oh, we got it and it was broken, which is kind of impossible because it's steel.
And after everything's manufactured, we had all the products.
We had an inspection company come in, we paid them $400, and they did a whole like rigorous testing.
So we knew that wasn't the case. But anyways, they said that the product was broken, and then they tried to set it up, which you can't set it up if it's broken, but anyways, they set it up, and while they set it up, they cut their hand, and then the slack line actually snapped, which this thing can hold like thousands of pounds.
It's 4,000 pounds.
This person wrote this listing, and then I called up Amazon and said, hey, this review's come in, I think this review violates some of the policies, blah blah blah. Basically within like 2 days our product was taken down by Amazon because they said a customer was in danger. I was on the phone with Amazon every single day for like a month.
Yeah, for a very long time.
Every single day for like an hour. Even Amazon was like, you know what, this, based on what we're seeing, this looks like it could have been another seller, but people are allowed to do that, which really sucks because you have no information on who this seller was. So even though this person bought it, I couldn't even like contact them. It was submitted anonymously. I didn't even know who this person was to be able to contact them to reach out and say, hey, sorry I had a bad experience, how can we make it right? Couldn't even do that. So anyways, I mean, that was it. And after a month of that, they basically said, sorry, we actually can't help you. And at this point, our product had been in Amazon for a while, so we were now looking at long-term storage fees. We now couldn't list this product on Amazon, and this is the reality of Amazon. It's like, I'm not bashing Amazon.
No, I think,
you're listing your product in their marketplace, so they're in control. But it really sucks because you obviously have no contact information of the people who buy your products. They're not your customers or Amazon's customers, and there's really nothing you can do once Amazon makes a final decision. We found another fulfillment center, ShipBob, which are like
amazing.
They're awesome. If you're looking for a fulfillment center, check out ShipBob.
All of our products were scattered between 18 different warehouses in the States.
Yeah, when you ship your stuff to Amazon FBA, they then distribute it throughout the network.
For fast shipping, which makes so much sense.
We moved everything over to the new warehouse. It's now sitting in ShipBob. Yeah. So what's crazy is the shipping cost to ship it like within LA, which is zone 1. That cost is about $15 to ship within LA. The second you go out of zone 1 into even San Francisco or Oregon, whatever, it would jump to like $30. And to ship it across the country to like New York, we were looking like $60 to ship this thing.
Because it's so heavy.
Well, first we started panicking because also you have to pay. I mean, we're paying every single month to warehouse the product. I think after like 2 weeks, I was so busy with other things, everything. This has just gotten so derailed that we were like, okay, let's just liquidate this. So I was calling liquidators. We needed to make somewhere around $18 to $20 a unit to just break even. And then we came up with the idea like, okay, we have a website, we have designs, we have a logo, we have some social media,
we have a domain,
we have some products. We have
the structure of a business.
So we decided to let's bundle everything up and let's let's just try to sell this as a company. Let's try to sell this as a business. And let's just try to recoup all of our money and put a little bit of margin so maybe make some profit. We bundled this thing up and literally listed Graph Sport for sale. And we listed it on Craigslist, Facebook groups. It was somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000 for the company. And we didn't hear anything. It was like a month went by, not a single message, nothing, no emails.
Just crickets. That's when Jeff and Allie went to Thailand.
Jeff and I went to Thailand, and just before they went to Thailand, he received an email from someone. It was the most simple email, and it basically said, "Hi, saw your ad for the business for sale. I'm interested, could you tell me more?" And Jeff forwarded it to me. He said, "Hey, can you look into this?" So I look at this email and I'm like, okay, it's one sentence. I'm like, it's one sentence, just somebody saying they're interested in this business. And I'm just like, I need to sell this so bad. I was up all night
Sharpening his sales skills.
My sales pitch. I responded with, yeah, great, you know, we have a lot of people interested. You got building up, trying to get some anticipation for them to move. I knew the best way to close it would be just, let's get on a phone call and I can sell you this. The next day we jumped on a phone call and I sold this thing so hard. And it was somewhere around, I don't know, $20,000, whatever was the total asking price. And by the end of it, you know, it sounded good. So we hung up, and like 2 days later, I got an email back from them saying, this sounds good, can we move forward? I have a few more questions.
I think there was a few phone calls between there.
There were a few phone calls,
yeah.
But within 2 weeks, we had signed the papers.
Oh.
They had wired the money over and we had sold Graph Sport. That was probably the most like stressful 2 weeks of my life, because it was just, I will do anything to sell this business.
Yeah.
It was so fun looking back on it, but I also remember how stressed I was. You know, we didn't have a lot of money, and like we'd put a lot of our time into this business. My brother had put all of his student loans into this company.
Yeah,
so
and that kind of fueled you, because like you didn't want your brother to lose his student loans.
Yeah, if we'd lost it, he would have you know, had no student loans and owed money on that. So that was a huge indicator, huge pushing point. If you ask me, would you do this over again? 100%.
Yeah.
We learned how to source product, how to do product design. We learned about importing, exporting, how to talk to suppliers, like inspection agencies, fulfillment centers. There's so many things that we learned.
Every moment that we were not at work,
we would wake up. We were so busy at this point. We would wake up at 4 a.m.
Oh
because
yeah, go to the gym.
we had to bus. We were busing back then, so we would wake up at 4 a.m. We would bus an hour to get to the gym for 5 a.m. My job at the time was really nice, and they said, yeah, if you want to come in early and leave early, that's okay.
Yeah.
So we would get up so early so that I could get to work for 6:30, leave around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, be home for 4 o'clock, and then work from 4 p.m. probably until midnight or 1 a.m. every single night.
Yeah.
Just trying to have a job and then build this up and get everything organized.
Like we had to work that much in order to figure it out and do it all. Like that really set the foundation for everything else we learned after that.
Even while we were building this business, halfway through it, I started another business with a buddy of mine, and from that point on, it just led into the next thing.
Yeah, and then we were both working at Shopify.
And that's all we've been doing ever since.
It's just running e-commerce.
Doing different e-commerce businesses,
Yeah.
and I mean, we love it. It's our hobby. It's the funnest thing ever.
That's all we do.
Yeah, you got to start at some point, and that's where we started.
Yeah, it was horrifying and amazing and boring and exciting and everything. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of that, please leave it in the comment below.
Anything Shopify related too.
Anything Shopify.
Yeah.
We have to catch a ferry. We're gonna spend the week with Fam Jam during the Christmas holidays. All right, thanks so much for watching this video and spending time with us. Ooh, yeah, make sure to give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Goodbye.